Decoding the Muqatta'at, a structured framework for understanding the Quran's deeper meanings. The Quranic Axiomatic system is a foundational framework in Islamic jurisprudence, fiqh, that derives principles and rulings from the primary and secondary sources of Islamic law. The components you mentioned, Quran, Hadith, Ijma and Qiyas, are the core sources of Islamic legal theory, usul al-fiqh. Here's a breakdown of each. Quran, Al-Quran. The Quran is the primary and most authoritative source of Islamic law. It is considered the literal word of God, Allah, as revealed to Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. The Quran provides general principles, moral guidance, and specific rulings on various aspects of life. Hadith. The Hadith refers to the recorded sayings, actions, and approvals of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. It serves as a secondary source of law and provides detailed explanations and practical applications of the Quranic principles. The authenticity of Hadith is determined through rigorous scholarly examination, for example, chains of narration and content analysis. Ijma, LJM. Ijma refers to the consensus of Islamic scholars, ulama, on a particular legal issue. It is based on the idea that the collective agreement of knowledgeable scholars in a specific time period on a matter not explicitly addressed in the Quran or Hadith carries authoritative weight. Ijma ensures unity and continuity in Islamic jurisprudence. Qiyas, LQIs. Qiyas is analogical reasoning, where scholars derive rulings for new or unprecedented issues by comparing them to similar situations addressed in the Quran or Hadith. It involves identifying a common underlying cause, ilah, and applying the same ruling to the new case. Together, these four sources form the basis of the Quranic Axiomatic system, which guides Muslims in understanding and implementing Islamic law. This system ensures that Islamic jurisprudence remains dynamic, adaptable, and rooted in divine guidance while addressing contemporary issues. The concept of a Quranic axiomatic system refers to the application of formal logic, computational linguistics, and ontology-based methodologies to analyze and interpret the Quranic text. This approach aims to extract structured knowledge, establish relationships between concepts, and create a systematic framework for understanding the Quran's meanings and themes. Below is an exploration of this topic based on the search results. The Muqatta'at, disjointed letters, are unique letter combinations that appear at the beginning of 29 surahs in the Quran. These 14 sets of Muqatta'at have intrigued scholars for centuries due to their mysterious nature and profound significance. This book proposes a structured framework for analyzing the Muqatta'at, combining numerical, linguistic, and symbolic methodologies to uncover their deeper meanings. By formalizing these 14 sets into a computational and ontological framework, this research bridges traditional Islamic scholarship with modern scientific and computational paradigms, ensuring the Quran's relevance in the digital age. Introduction. The Quran, as the central religious text of Islam, is celebrated for its linguistic elegance, theological depth, and multi-layered meanings. Among its unique features are the Muqatta'at, disjointed letter combinations that appear at the beginning of 29 surahs. These 14 sets of letters have been the subject of extensive scholarly debate, with interpretations ranging from symbolic representations to numerical codes. This book introduces a structured framework for analyzing the Muqatta'at, leveraging modern computational tools to explore their numerical, linguistic, and symbolic significance. Objectives. The primary objectives of this book are to develop a computational framework for analyzing the 14 sets of Muqatta'at using numerical, linguistic, and symbolic methods. To create a Quranic ontology that formalizes the Muqatta'at and their relationships to Quranic concepts. To bridge traditional Islamic scholarship with modern scientific and computational paradigms, ensuring the Quran's relevance in the digital age. Methodology. The proposed framework consists of the following steps. Numerical analysis. Gematria. Calculate the numerical values of the Muqatta'at using the Abjad system. Digital roots. Compute the digital roots of the gematria values to identify numerical patterns. Example, for Alif, Lam, Mim, LM, the gematria value is 71 and the digital root is 8. Linguistic analysis. Phonetics. Analyze the pronunciation of the Muqatta'at and their rhythmic impact on Quranic recitation. Semantics. Identify the thematic connections between the Muqatta'at and the surahs they introduce. Example, Yasin, Yasin, introduces themes of resurrection and divine power in Surah 36, symbolic analysis, theological interpretation. Map the letters to divine attributes or concepts, for example, alif equals sign unity, lam equals sign mercy. Mystical interpretation explore esoteric meanings such as connections to the 99 names of Allah. Example, hamim, symbolizes the breath of life and divine sustenance. Ontology development concept definition. Define each Muqatta'at as a concept with attributes like gematria value, digital root, and thematic significance. Relationship mapping. Link Muqatta'at to related Quranic concepts, for example, alif lam mim, divine guidance. Example, ontology. Entry. JSON copy. Muqatta'at, alif lam mim, gematria. 71, digital root. 8, phonetics, pronounced as 3 distinct letters. Semantics. Themes of divine guidance, mercy and judgment. Theology. Alif, unity. Lam, mercy. Mim, knowledge. Da, mysticism. Represents divine attributes of Allah. Semantic search and reasoning. Querying. Use the ontology to retrieve verses or concepts based on Muqatta'at. Reasoning. Apply logical rules to derive implicit meanings, for example, analogical reasoning or consensus. Applications. The proposed framework has several practical applications. Semantic search engines enable users to retrieve Quranic verses based on meaning rather than keywords. Educational tools facilitate self-guided learning and memorization of the Quran through interactive tools. Interdisciplinary research bridge theology, linguistics, and computer science to explore new insights into Quranic studies. Challenges linguistic complexity. The Quran's rich and multi-layered meanings require sophisticated computational models. Resource limitations. The lack of comprehensive resources for Arabic computational linguistics hinders the development of robust systems. Preservation of meaning. Ensuring that automated systems do not alter the Quran's intended meaning is a critical concern. Future directions. Expanding computational resources. Develop more accurate models and expand Arabic language resources. Interdisciplinary collaboration, foster collaboration between computational linguists and Islamic scholars, integration with AI, explore the use of artificial intelligence and machine learning to enhance Quranic analysis. Conclusion. The 14 sets of Muqatta'at offer a structured framework for understanding the Quran's deeper meanings through their numerical, linguistic, and symbolic significance. By combining traditional exegesis with modern computational tools, this framework bridges the gap between classical Islamic scholarship and contemporary scientific paradigms. It not only preserves the Quran's timeless wisdom, but also highlights its relevance to modern intellectual and technological advancements. This research represents a significant contribution to the field of Quranic studies, paving the way for innovative approaches to studying and engaging with its teachings. This book provides a comprehensive overview of the proposed framework, highlighting its theoretical foundations, methodologies, applications, and challenges. It serves as a foundation for further research and development in this emerging field. Elaborated book title with justification. Proposed title, Decoding the Muqatta'at, a structured framework for understanding the Quran's deeper meanings through numerical, linguistic, and symbolic analysis. Why this title? Decoding the Muqatta'at. Why? The term decoding suggests uncovering hidden meanings, which aligns with the book's goal of unraveling the mysteries of the Muqatta'at. It captures the essence of the book's mission to explore these enigmatic letter combinations. Justification. The Muqatta'at have long been a subject of intrigue and debate. By framing the book as a guide to decoding them, it appeals to readers interested in both traditional Islamic scholarship and modern computational analysis. A structured framework. Why? This phrase emphasizes the systematic and organized approach the book takes to analyze the Muqatta'at. It reassures readers that the content is methodical and grounded in a clear methodology. Justification. The book introduces a structured framework combining numerical, linguistic, and symbolic analysis, making it accessible to scholars, researchers, and general readers alike. Understanding the Quran's deeper meanings. Why? This highlights the ultimate goal of the book, to provide deeper insights into the Quran's teachings through the lens of the Muqatta'at, justification. The Quran is a multi-layered text, and the Muqatta'at serve as a gateway to understanding its profound wisdom. This phrase appeals to readers seeking a deeper connection with the Quran through numerical, linguistic, and symbolic analysis. Why? This specifies the methodologies used in the book, making it clear that the analysis is comprehensive and interdisciplinary. Justification. By breaking down the analysis into numerical, mathematical, linguistic, language-based, and symbolic, theological, and mystical dimensions, the book caters to a wide audience, including mathematicians, linguists, theologians, and spiritual seekers. Alternative title options: The Muqatta'at Unveiled, a comprehensive guide to the Quran's mysterious letters. Why? This title emphasizes the mysterious nature of the Muqatta'at and positions the book as a guide to understanding them. Justification. It appeals to readers who are curious about the Quran's unique features and want a clear, accessible explanation. From mystery to meaning, exploring the Quran's Muqatta'at through science and spirituality. Why? This title highlights the dual focus on scientific, computational, and spiritual theological approaches. Justification. It attracts readers interested in the intersection of science and religion, as well as those seeking a holistic understanding of the Quran. The Hidden Code of the Quran, a journey through the Muqatta'at. Why? This title evokes a sense of discovery and adventure, framing the book as an exploration of the Quran's hidden dimensions. Justification. It appeals to readers who enjoy investigative narratives and are drawn to the idea of uncovering hidden truths. Final title: Justification. The proposed title, Decoding the Muqatta'at, a structured framework for understanding the Quran's deeper meanings through numerical, linguistic, and symbolic analysis, is chosen because it clearly communicates the book's focus on the Muqatta'at, highlights the structured and interdisciplinary approach, appeals to a broad audience, including scholars, researchers, and general readers, emphasizes the goal of uncovering deeper meanings in the Quran. This title ensures that the book stands out as a comprehensive and innovative contribution to Quranic studies, bridging tradition and modernity in a way that is both accessible and intellectually rigorous. If you need further refinement or additional options, feel free to ask. Abstract, the Muqatta'at, disjointed letters, are unique letter combinations that appear at the beginning of 29 surahs in the Quran. These 14 sets of Muqatta'at have intrigued scholars for centuries due to their mysterious nature and profound significance. This book, Decoding the Muqatta'at, a structured framework for understanding the Quran's deeper meanings through numerical, linguistic, and symbolic analysis, proposes a structured framework for analyzing the Muqatta'at, combining numerical, linguistic, and symbolic methodologies to uncover their deeper meanings. By formalizing these 14 sets into a computational and ontological framework, this research bridges traditional Islamic scholarship with modern scientific and computational paradigms, ensuring the Quran's relevance in the digital age. The book explores the numerical patterns of the Muqatta'at using gematria and digital roots, analyzes their linguistic features through phonetics and semantics, and interprets their symbolic significance through theological and mystical lenses. The resulting Quranic ontology enables advanced semantic reasoning and knowledge extraction, facilitating applications such as semantic search engines and educational tools. This book represents a significant contribution to the field of Quranic studies, offering a systematic and interdisciplinary approach to understanding the Quran's deeper meanings. It not only preserves the Quran's timeless wisdom, but also highlights its relevance to modern intellectual and technological advancements. By decoding the Muqatta'at, this research paves the way for innovative approaches to studying and engaging with the Quran's teachings, making its knowledge accessible and meaningful in the digital age. This abstract provides a concise overview of the book's objectives, methodologies, and contributions, appealing to scholars, researchers, and general readers alike. If you need further refinement or additional details, feel free to ask. Introduction. The Quran, as the central religious text of Islam, is celebrated for its linguistic elegance, theological depth, and multi-layered meanings. Among its unique features are the Muqatta'at, disjointed letters, which are enigmatic letter combinations that appear at the beginning of 29 surahs. These 14 sets of letters, such as Alif Lam Mim, Lam, Ha Mim, Hum, and Yasin, YS, have intrigued scholars for centuries due to their mysterious nature and profound significance. Despite extensive scholarly debate, their exact meanings remain unresolved, with interpretations ranging from symbolic representations to numerical codes. The Muqatta'at are not merely ornamental, they serve as gateways to understanding the Quran's deeper meanings. Their presence at the beginning of specific surahs suggests a deliberate design, inviting readers to explore the intricate connections between these letters and the themes of the surahs they introduce. However, traditional methods of Quranic exegesis, tafsir, have often struggled to fully unravel their significance, leaving room for innovative approaches that combine traditional scholarship with modern computational tools. This book, Decoding the Muqatta'at, a structured framework for understanding the Quran's deeper meanings through numerical, linguistic, and symbolic analysis, seeks to address this gap by proposing a structured framework for analyzing the Muqatta'at. By leveraging numerical, linguistic, and symbolic methodologies, this framework aims to uncover the hidden patterns and meanings embedded in these letter combinations. The book bridges the gap between classical Islamic scholarship and contemporary scientific paradigms, ensuring that the Quran's timeless wisdom remains accessible and relevant in the digital age. The primary objectives of this book are to develop a computational framework for analyzing the 14 sets of Muqatta'at using numerical, linguistic, and symbolic methods, to create a Quranic ontology that formalizes the Muqatta'at and their relationships to Quranic concepts, to bridge traditional Islamic scholarship with modern scientific and computational paradigms, ensuring the Quran's relevance in the digital age. The book is structured to guide readers through a systematic exploration of the Muqatta'at. It begins with an overview of their historical and theological significance, followed by a detailed analysis of their numerical, linguistic, and symbolic dimensions. The final chapters present a Quranic ontology that formalizes these insights into a structured framework, enabling advanced applications such as semantic search engines and educational tools. By decoding the Muqatta'at, this book offers a fresh perspective on the Quran's deeper meanings, inviting readers to engage with its teachings in new and innovative ways. It is a call to explore the Quran not only as a spiritual guide, but also as a source of profound intellectual and scientific inquiry. Whether you are a scholar, a researcher, or a curious reader, this book provides a comprehensive and accessible framework for understanding one of the Quran's most fascinating features. This introduction sets the stage for the book, outlining its objectives, methodologies, and significance. It invites readers to embark on a journey of discovery, exploring the Quran's deeper meanings through the lens of the Muqatta'at. If you need further elaboration or additional details, feel free to ask. The Muqatta'at, historical and theological context. The Muqatta'at, disjointed letters, are one of the most enigmatic features of the Quran. These letter combinations appear at the beginning of 29 surahs, often introducing key themes or concepts. Despite their prominence, their exact meanings have remained a subject of debate among scholars for centuries. To fully appreciate their significance, it is essential to explore their historical context and theological interpretations. Historical context. The Muqatta'at have been a part of the Quran since its revelation in the 7th century. They are unique to the Quran, with no direct parallels in other religious or literary texts. Their presence has sparked numerous theories about their purpose and meaning. Divine mystery. Some scholars argue that the Muqatta'at are a divine mystery, known only to Allah. Their purpose is to remind readers of the Quran's divine origin and the limits of human understanding. Structural markers. Others suggest that the Muqatta'at serve as structural markers, dividing the Quran into sections or highlighting thematic connections between surahs. Numerical codes. Modern scholars, such as Rashad Khalifa, have explored the possibility that the Muqatta'at contain numerical codes, such as the number 19, which may point to a divine mathematical structure in the Quran. Theological interpretations. The Muqatta'at have been interpreted in various ways within Islamic theology. Symbolic representations. Many classical scholars, such as Fakhr al-Din al-Razi, view the Muqatta'at as symbolic representations of divine attributes or concepts. For example, Aleph, Lam, Mim. Lam may symbolize Allah's unity, Alif, mercy, Lam, and knowledge, Mim, mystical significance. Sufi scholars have attributed esoteric meanings to the Muqatta'at, viewing them as extensions of the 99 names of Allah or as keys to spiritual enlightenment. Rhetorical devices. Some linguists argue that the Muqatta'at serve as rhetorical devices, capturing the attention of listeners and emphasizing the Quran's oral and literary excellence. The Muqatta'at in modern scholarship. In recent years, the Muqatta'at have attracted renewed interest from scholars seeking to apply modern computational and linguistic tools to Quranic studies. This interdisciplinary approach has opened new avenues for understanding their significance. Numerical analysis. By calculating the gematria, numerical values, of the Muqatta'at, scholars have identified patterns and symmetries that may point to a deeper mathematical structure in the Quran. Linguistic analysis. Computational linguistics has been used to analyze the phonetic and semantic features of the Muqatta'at, shedding light on their role in Quranic recitation and interpretation. Ontological modeling. The development of Quranic ontologies has enabled scholars to formalize the relationships between the Muqatta'at and Quranic concepts, facilitating advanced semantic reasoning and knowledge extraction. The need for a structured framework. Despite these advances, the study of the Muqatta'at remains fragmented, with scholars often focusing on individual aspects, for example, numerical or linguistic, rather than integrating them into a cohesive framework. This book addresses this gap by proposing a structured framework that combines numerical, linguistic, and symbolic methodologies to analyze the Muqatta'at. By doing so, it bridges the gap between traditional Islamic scholarship and modern scientific paradigms, offering a comprehensive and interdisciplinary approach to understanding the Quran's deeper meanings. The significance of the Muqatta'at. The Muqatta'at are more than just letter combinations. They are a gateway to understanding the Quran's profound wisdom. By decoding their meanings, we gain insights into the Quran's divine design, its linguistic beauty, and its timeless relevance. This book invites readers to explore the Muqatta'at, not only as a subject of scholarly inquiry, but also as a source of spiritual and intellectual inspiration. This chapter provides the historical and theological foundation for the book, setting the stage for the detailed analysis of the Muqatta'at in the following chapters. It highlights the need for a structured framework and emphasizes the significance of the Muqatta'at in understanding the Quran's deeper meanings. If you need further elaboration or additional details, feel free to ask. A structured framework for analyzing the Muqatta'at. To fully understand the Muqatta'at and their significance in the Quran, this book proposes a structured framework that integrates numerical, linguistic, and symbolic methodologies. This framework provides a systematic approach to decoding the Muqatta'at, enabling readers to explore their deeper meanings and uncover the Quran's timeless wisdom. Below, we outline the key components of this framework. Numerical analysis. The numerical analysis of the Muqatta'at involves calculating their gematria values and digital roots using the Abjad system, an ancient Arabic numeral system where each letter corresponds to a numerical value. This approach reveals hidden patterns and symmetries in the Quranic text. Gematria calculation. Each letter in the Muqatta'at is assigned its corresponding Abjad value. The values of the letters are summed to obtain the gematria value of the Muqatta'at. Example. For Alif Lam Mim, LM, the gematria value is calculated as Alif 1 plus Lam 30 plus Mim 40 equals sign 71. Digital root calculation, the digits of the gematria value are summed recursively until a single digit number is obtained. Example, for Alif Lam Mim, LM, the digital root is 7 plus 1 equals 8. Interpretation. The numerical patterns derived from the Muqatta'at are analyzed for their theological and symbolic significance. Example, the number 8, derived from Alif Lam Mim, is associated with balance and infinity, reflecting the Quran's themes of divine order and eternal truth. Linguistic analysis. The linguistic analysis of the Muqatta'at focuses on their phonetic and semantic features, exploring how these letter combinations contribute to the Quran's oral and literary excellence. Phonetic analysis. The pronunciation of the Muqatta'at is analyzed to understand their rhythmic and melodic impact on Quranic recitation. Example, Alif Lam Mim, LM, is pronounced as 3 distinct letters, creating a rhythmic pattern that enhances the Quran's oral recitation. Semantic analysis. The thematic connections between the Muqatta'at and the surahs they introduce are explored. Example, Yasin Sata Wais introduces themes of resurrection and divine power in Surah 36, suggesting a symbolic link between the letters and the surah's message. Symbolic analysis. The symbolic analysis of the Muqatta'at involves interpreting their theological and mystical meanings, uncovering the deeper spiritual insights they offer. Theological interpretation. Each letter in the Muqatta'at is mapped to divine attributes or concepts. Example, in Alif Lam Mim, LM, Alif represents unity, Lam represents mercy, and Mim represents knowledge. Mystical interpretation. The Muqatta'at are explored for their esoteric meanings, such as connections to the 99 names of Allah or spiritual enlightenment. Example, Ha-Mim symbolizes the breath of life and divine sustenance, reflecting Allah's role as the creator and sustainer. Ontology development. The insights gained from the numerical, linguistic, and symbolic analyses are formalized into a Quranic ontology, a structured representation of the Muqatta'at and their relationships to Quranic concepts. Concept definition. Each Muqatta'at is defined as a concept with attributes such as gematria value, digital root, phonetic features, and symbolic meanings. Example, the ontology entry for Alif Lam Mim, LM, includes gematria, 71 digital root, 8 phonetics, pronounced as 3 distinct letters, semantics, themes of divine guidance, mercy, and judgment theology. Alif equals sign unity, Lam equals sign mercy, Mim equals sign knowledge, mysticism represents divine attributes of Allah relationship. Mapping. The Muqatta'at are linked to related Quranic concepts, enabling advanced semantic reasoning and knowledge extraction. Example, Alif Lam Mim RLM is linked to concepts such as divine guidance, mercy, and judgment. Semantic search and reasoning. The Quranic ontology enables advanced applications such as semantic search engines and educational tools, making Quranic knowledge more accessible and meaningful. Semantic search engines. Users can retrieve Quranic verses based on meaning rather than keywords. Example, a query about divine mercy retrieves verses associated with Alif Lam Mim. Educational tools. Interactive tools facilitate self-guided learning and memorization of the Quran. Example, students can explore thematic connections between verses or test their understanding through quizzes, bridging tradition and modernity. The structured framework bridges the gap between traditional Islamic scholarship and modern scientific paradigms, ensuring that the Quran's timeless wisdom remains relevant in the digital age. By combining traditional exegesis with computational tools, this framework offers a comprehensive and interdisciplinary approach to understanding the Quran's deeper meanings. Conclusion. The structured framework for analyzing the Muqatta'at provides a systematic and innovative approach to understanding the Quran's deeper meanings. By integrating numerical, linguistic, and symbolic methodologies, this framework unlocks the hidden patterns and insights embedded in the Muqatta'at, offering a fresh perspective on the Quran's timeless wisdom. The resulting Quranic ontology enables advanced applications such as semantic search engines and educational tools, making Quranic knowledge more accessible and meaningful in the digital age. This chapter outlines the structured framework for analyzing the Muqatta'at, providing a roadmap for the detailed exploration in the following chapters. If you need further elaboration or additional details, feel free to ask. Numerical analysis of the Muqatta'at. The numerical analysis of the Muqatta'at is a cornerstone of the structured framework proposed in this book. By calculating their gematria values and digital roots using the Abjad system, we uncover hidden patterns and symmetries in the Quranic text. This chapter provides a detailed exploration of the numerical analysis of the 14 sets of Muqatta'at, offering insights into their deeper meanings. The Abjad system. The Abjad system is an ancient Arabic numeral system where each letter corresponds to a numerical value. This system is used to calculate the gematria values of the Muqatta'at, revealing their numerical significance. Letter Abjad value Alif, 1 Lam, L, 30 Mim, M, 40 Sad, S, 90 Ra, R, 200 Kaf, K, 20 H, A, H, 5 Ya, Y, 10 Ain, 70 qaf q, 100 ta t, 9 sin s, 60 nun, n 50 gematria calculation. The gematria value of a Muqatta'at is the sum of the abjad values of its letters. This value provides a numerical representation of the Muqatta'at which can be analyzed for patterns and significance. Alif lam mim lm, letters alif 1, lam 30, mim 40. Gematria 1 plus 30 plus 40 equals 71, alif lam mim sad, lms. Letters alif 1, lam 30, mim 40, sad 90. Gematria 1 plus 30 plus 40 plus 90 equals 161, alif lam ra. Letters alif 1, lam 30, ra 200. Gematria 1 plus 30 plus 200 equals 231, alif lam mim ra, lmr. Letters alif 1, lam 30, mim 40, ra 200. Gematria 1 plus 30 plus 40 plus 200 equals 271, kaf haya ain sad, Qiyas. Letters kaf 20, ha 5, ya 10, ain 70, sad 90. Gematria 20 plus 5 plus 10 plus 70 plus 90 equals 195, ta ha 3. Letters ta 9, ha 5. Gematria 9 plus 5 equals 14, ta sin mim, titism. Letters ta 9, sin 60, mim 40. Gematria 9 plus 60 plus 40 equals 109, ta sin ts. Letters ta 9, sin 60. Gematria 9 plus 60 equals 69. Ya sin was. Letters ya 10, sin 60. Gematria 10 plus 60 equals 70, sad s. Letters sad 90. Gematria 90 ha mim. Letters ha 5, mim 40. Gematria 5 plus 40 equals 45, ain sin qaf, sq. Letters ain 70, sin 60, qaf 100. Gematria 70 plus 60 plus 100 equals 230, qaf, q. Letters qf 100. Gematria 100 nun, n. Letters nun 50. Gematria 50 digital root calculation. The digital root is obtained by recursively summing the digits of the gematria value until a single digit number is obtained. This process reveals additional numerical patterns and symmetries. Alif lam mam lm, gematria 71, 7 plus 1 equals 8. Alif lam mim sad, lms, gematria 161, 1 plus 6 plus 1 equals 8. Alif lam ra lr, gematria 231, 2 plus 3 plus 1 equals 6. Alif lam mim ra lmr, gematria 271, 2 plus 7 plus 1 equals 10, 1 plus 0 equals 1. Kaf haya ain sad, kais. Gematria 195, 1 plus 9 plus 5 equals 15, 1 plus 5 equals 6, taha 3. Gematria 14, 1 plus 4 equals 5, ta sin mim, tsm. Gematria 109, 1 plus 0 plus 9 equals 10, 1 plus 0 equals 1, ta sin ts. Gematria 69, 6 plus 9 equals 15, 1 plus 5 equals 6, ya sin ys. Gematria 70, 7 plus 0 equals 7, sad s. Gematria 90. 9 plus 0 equals sign 9 hey mim, Gematria 45, 4 plus 5 equals 9. Ain sin qaf, sq. Gematria 230, 2 plus 3 plus 0 equals 5 qaf, q. Gematria 100, 1 plus 0 equals 1 nun, n. Gematria 50, 5 plus 0 equals 5. Interpretation of numerical patterns. The numerical patterns derived from the Muqatta'at are analyzed for their theological and symbolic significance. For example, the number 8, derived from alif lam mim and alif lam mim sad, is associated with balance and infinity, reflecting the Quran's themes of divine order and eternal truth. The number 6, derived from alif lam ra and kaf haya ain sad, symbolizes harmony and divine unity. The number 9, derived from sad and hamim, represents completion and divine providence. Conclusion: the numerical analysis of the Muqatta'at reveals hidden patterns and symmetries in the Quranic text, offering insights into their deeper meanings. By calculating their gematria values and digital roots, we uncover the numerical significance of these enigmatic letter combinations, bridging the gap between traditional Islamic scholarship and modern scientific paradigms. This analysis lays the foundation for the linguistic and symbolic explorations in the following chapters. This chapter provides a detailed exploration of the numerical analysis of the Muqatta'at, offering a systematic approach to understanding their significance. If you need further elaboration or additional details, feel free to ask. Linguistic analysis of the Muqatta'at. The linguistic analysis of the Muqatta'at focuses on their phonetic and semantic features, exploring how these letter combinations contribute to the Quran's oral and literary excellence. This chapter provides a detailed exploration of the linguistic analysis of the 14 sets of Muqatta'at, offering insights into their role in Quranic recitation and interpretation. Phonetic analysis. The phonetic analysis of the Muqatta'at examines their pronunciation and rhythmic impact on Quranic recitation. The Quran is renowned for its oral beauty, and the Muqatta'at play a significant role in enhancing its melodic and rhythmic qualities. Alif Lam Mim, LM. Pronunciation pronounced as 3 distinct letters, Alif Lam Mim. Rhythmic impact creates a rhythmic pattern that enhances the Quran's oral recitation. Alif Lam Mim Sad, LMS. Pronunciation pronounced as 4 distinct letters, Alif Lam Mim Sad. Rhythmic impact adds a melodic variation to the recitation, emphasizing the surah's themes. Alif Lam Ra, LR. Pronunciation pronounced as 3 distinct letters, Alif Lam Ra. Rhythmic impact creates a smooth and flowing rhythm, enhancing the surah's oral delivery. Alif Lam Mim Ra, LMR. Pronunciation pronounced as 4 distinct letters, Alif Lam Mim Ra. Rhythmic impact adds complexity to the recitation, reflecting the surah's intricate themes. Kaf Ha Ya, Ain Saad, Qiyas. Pronunciation pronounced as 5 distinct letters, Kaf Ha Ya, Ain Saad. Rhythmic impact creates a unique and memorable rhythm, emphasizing the surah's divine message. Taha Tha. Pronunciation pronounced as 2 distinct letters, Taha. Rhythmic impact creates a simple yet powerful rhythm, enhancing the surah's spiritual impact. Tasin Mim, Tasim. Pronunciation pronounced as 3 distinct letters, Ta Sin Mim. Rhythmic impact adds a melodic variation to the recitation, emphasizing the surah's themes. Tasin, Tees. Pronunciation pronounced as 2 distinct letters, Ta Sin. Rhythmic impact creates a smooth and flowing rhythm, enhancing the surah's oral delivery. Yasin, Yas. Pronunciation pronounced as 2 distinct letters, Yasin. Rhythmic impact creates a simple yet powerful rhythm, enhancing the surah's spiritual impact. Sad, S. Pronunciation pronounced as a single letter, Sad. Rhythmic impact adds a unique and memorable rhythm, emphasizing the surah's divine message. Ha Mim. Pronunciation pronounced as 2 distinct letters, Ha Mim. Rhythmic impact creates a smooth and flowing rhythm, enhancing the surah's oral delivery. Ain Sin Qaf, SQ. Pronunciation pronounced as 3 distinct letters, Ain Sin Qaf. Rhythmic impact adds complexity to the recitation, reflecting the surah's intricate themes. Qaf Q. Pronunciation pronounced as a single letter, Kaf. Rhythmic impact adds a unique and memorable rhythm, emphasizing the surah's divine message. Nun, N. Pronunciation pronounced as a single letter, Nun. Rhythmic impact creates a simple yet powerful rhythm, enhancing the surah's spiritual impact. Semantic analysis. The semantic analysis of the Muqatta'at explores their thematic connections to the surahs they introduce. Each Muqatta'at serves as a gateway to the surah's key themes and messages. Alif Lam Mim, Lem, themes, introduces themes of divine guidance, mercy and judgment in surahs like Al-Baqarah 2 and Ali Imran 3. Alif Lam Mim, Sad, LMS, themes, introduces themes of divine justice and accountability in Surah Al-Araf 7. Alif Lam Ra, LR, themes, introduces themes of divine revelation and guidance in surahs like Yunus 10 and Yusuf 12. Alif Lam Mim Ra, Elmar, themes, introduces themes of divine power and creation in Surah Ar-Ra'd 13. Kaf Ha Ya Ain Sad Qais, themes, introduces themes of divine power and creation in Surah Maryam 19. Taha Ta, themes, introduces themes of divine guidance and mercy in Surah Taha 20. Tasin Mim Sem, themes, introduces themes of divine revelation and justice in surahs like Ash-Shu'ara 26 and Al-Qasas 28. Tasin Tees, themes, introduces themes of divine signs and guidance in Surah An-Naml 27. Yasin, wise, themes, introduces themes of resurrection and divine power in Surah Yasin 36. Sad S, themes, introduces themes of divine truth and justice in Surah Sad 38. Ha Mim, themes, introduces themes of divine sustenance and creation in surahs like Ghafir 40 and Fussilat 41. Unsin Kaf SQ, themes, introduces themes of divine wisdom and guidance in Surah Ash-Shura 42. Kaf Q, themes, introduces themes of resurrection and divine authority in Surah Kaf 50. Nun N, Themes introduces themes of divine protection and guidance in Surah Al-Kalam 68. Conclusion. The linguistic analysis of the Muqatta'at reveals their significant role in enhancing the Quran's oral and literary excellence. By examining their phonetic and semantic features, we gain a deeper understanding of their contribution to the Quran's rhythmic beauty and thematic richness. This analysis complements the numerical and symbolic explorations, providing a comprehensive framework for understanding the Muqatta'at's deeper meanings. This chapter provides a detailed exploration of the linguistic analysis of the Muqatta'at, offering a systematic approach to understanding their significance. If you need further elaboration or additional details, feel free to ask. Symbolic analysis of the Muqatta'at. The symbolic analysis of the Muqatta'at delves into their theological and mystical meanings, uncovering the deeper spiritual insights they offer. This chapter provides a detailed exploration of the symbolic significance of the 14 sets of Muqatta'at, offering insights into their role in conveying divine attributes and themes. Theological interpretation. The theological interpretation of the Muqatta'at involves mapping each letter to divine attributes or concepts, revealing their symbolic representation of Allah's qualities and actions. Alif Lam Mim LM. Alif represents unity, Tawheed, emphasizing Allah's oneness. Lam El represents mercy, Rahmah, highlighting Allah's compassion. Mim M represents knowledge, ILM, symbolizing Allah's omniscience. Theological significance reflects the balance between Allah's sovereignty, mercy, and wisdom. Alif Lam Mim Sad LMS, Sad S, represents truth, Haq, or steadfastness, emphasizing Allah's justice. Theological significance highlights Allah's role as the ultimate judge and source of truth. Alif Lam Ra, LR, Ra, R, represents sustenance, rizq, symbolizing Allah's provision. Theological significance emphasizes Allah's role as the provider and sustainer of creation. Alif Lam Mim Ra, LMR, Ra, R, represents sustenance, rizq, symbolizing Allah's provision. Theological significance reflects Allah's comprehensive knowledge and provision for His creation. Kaf Ha Ya In Saad, Kais, Kaf, K, represents power, Qudra, symbolizing Allah's omnipotence. Ha, H, represents life, Hayat, highlighting Allah's role as the giver of life. Ya, Y, represents guidance, Hidayah, symbolizing Allah's guidance. Ain represents vision, Basira, emphasizing Allah's omniscience. Sad, S, represents truth, Haq, symbolizing Allah's justice. Theological significance symbolizes the divine act of creation and the breath of life. Taha, the Tati, represents repentance, Tawbah, symbolizing Allah's mercy. Ha, H, represents life, Hayat, highlighting Allah's role as the giver of life. Theological significance reflects Allah's mercy in guiding humanity to repentance and spiritual life. Tasin Mim, Sun, Tati, represents repentance, Tawbah, symbolizing Allah's mercy. Sin S represents strength, Quwwa, highlighting Allah's power. Mim M represents knowledge, ILM, symbolizing Allah's omniscience. Theological significance emphasizes Allah's strength and wisdom in guiding humanity. Tasin T's, Ta-T represents repentance, Tawbah, symbolizing Allah's mercy. Sin S represents strength, Quwwa, highlighting Allah's power. Theological significance reflects Allah's signs in creation and His strength in guiding humanity. Ya Sin, Wise, Ya, Y represents guidance, Hidayah, symbolizing Allah's guidance. Sin S represents strength, Quwwa, highlighting Allah's power. Theological significance symbolizes Allah's power over life, death, and resurrection. Sad S represents truth, Haq, or steadfastness, emphasizing Allah's justice. Theological significance reflects Allah's unwavering truth and justice. Hamim, Ha'e, represents life, Hayat, highlighting Allah's role as the giver of life. Mim, M, represents creation, Khalq, symbolizing Allah's creative power. Theological significance symbolizes the breath of life and Allah's role as the creator. Ain, Sin, Kaf, SQ, Ain, represents vision, Basira, emphasizing Allah's omniscience. Sin, S, represents strength, Quwwa, highlighting Allah's power. Kaf, Q, represents divine power, Qudra, symbolizing Allah's authority. Theological significance reflects Allah's wisdom and power in guiding humanity. Qaf Q, Kaf Q represents divine power, Qudra, symbolizing Allah's authority. Theological significance symbolizes Allah's power over resurrection and the afterlife. Nun N represents providence, inaya, symbolizing Allah's protection. Theological significance reflects Allah's providence and protection over His creation. Mystical interpretation. The mystical interpretation of the Muqatta'at explores their esoteric meanings, often connecting them to the 99 names of Allah or spiritual enlightenment. Alif Lam Mim, LM. Mystical significance represents the divine attributes of Allah, serving as a key to spiritual enlightenment. Alif Lam Mim Sad, LMS. Mystical significance symbolizes divine balance and justice, guiding seekers towards spiritual truth. Alif Lam Ra, LR. Mystical significance reflects Allah's sustenance and mercy, offering spiritual nourishment. Alif Lam Mim Ra, LMR. Mystical significance represents Allah's comprehensive knowledge and provision, guiding seekers toward divine wisdom. Kaf Ha Ya Ain Sad, Kais. Mystical significance symbolizes the divine act of creation, offering insights into the mysteries of existence. Taha. The mystical significance reflects Allah's mercy and guidance, leading seekers toward spiritual awakening. Ta Sin Mim, Tsimam. Mystical significance represents Allah's strength and wisdom, guiding seekers toward divine truth. Ta Sin, Tees. Mystical significance reflects Allah's signs in creation, offering spiritual insights into His power. Yasin Was. Mystical significance symbolizes Allah's power over life and death, guiding seekers towards spiritual resurrection. Sad, S. Mystical significance represents divine truth and justice, offering spiritual clarity. Hamim. Mystical significance symbolizes the breath of life and divine sustenance, guiding seekers towards spiritual nourishment. Ain Sin Kaf SQ. Mystical significance reflects Allah's wisdom and power, offering spiritual guidance. Qaf Q. Mystical significance symbolizes Allah's authority over resurrection, guiding seekers towards spiritual renewal. Nun N. Mystical significance represents divine providence and protection, offering spiritual security. Conclusion. The symbolic analysis of the Muqatta'at reveals their profound theological and mystical significance, offering deeper insights into the Quran's divine wisdom. By mapping each letter to divine attributes and exploring their esoteric meanings, we gain a richer understanding of the Muqatta'at's role in conveying Allah's qualities and themes. This analysis complements the numerical and linguistic explorations, providing a comprehensive framework for understanding the Muqatta'at's deeper meanings. This chapter provides a detailed exploration of the symbolic analysis of the Muqatta'at, offering a systematic approach to understanding their significance. If you need further elaboration or additional details, feel free to ask. Ontology development, formalizing the Muqatta'at. The ontology development phase formalizes the insights gained from the numerical, linguistic, and symbolic analyses of the Muqatta'at into a structured framework. This chapter outlines the process of creating a Quranic ontology that represents the Muqatta'at and their relationships to Quranic concepts, enabling advanced semantic reasoning and knowledge extraction. What is an ontology? An ontology is a formal representation of knowledge that defines concepts, their attributes, and the relationships between them. In the context of Quranic studies, an ontology provides a structured framework for organizing and analyzing the Quran's concepts and themes. Building the Quranic ontology. The Quranic ontology is developed in the following steps. Concept definition. Each Muqatta'at is defined as a concept with attributes such as gematria value, digital root, phonetic features, and symbolic meanings. Example, the ontology entry for Alif Lam Mim LM includes gematria, 71 digital root, 8 phonetics, pronounced as 3 distinct letters. Semantics, themes of divine guidance, mercy, and judgment. Theology, Alif equals sign unity, Lam equals sign mercy, Mim equals sign knowledge, mysticism. Represents divine attributes of Allah. Relationship mapping. The Muqatta'at are linked to related Quranic concepts, enabling advanced semantic reasoning and knowledge extraction. Example, Alif Lam Mim LM is linked to concepts such as divine guidance, mercy, and judgment. Ontology representation. The ontology is represented using a formal language such as OWL, web ontology language, or JSON, JavaScript, object notation. Example, the ontology entry for Alif Lam Mim LM in JSON format, JSON copy, Muqatta'at, Alif Lam Mim, gematria, 71 digital root, 8 phonetics, pronounced as 3 distinct letters, semantics, themes of divine guidance, mercy, and judgment. Theology. alif, unity; lam, mercy; mim, knowledge. So, mysticism represents divine attributes of Allah. Applications of the Quranic ontology. The Quranic ontology enables advanced applications such as semantic search engines and educational tools, making Quranic knowledge more accessible and meaningful. Semantic search engines. Users can retrieve Quranic verses based on meaning rather than keywords. Example, a query about divine mercy retrieves verses associated with alif, lam, mim. Educational tools, interactive tools facilitate self-guided learning and memorization of the Quran. Example, students can explore thematic connections between verses or test their understanding through quizzes, bridging tradition and modernity. The Quranic ontology bridges the gap between traditional Islamic scholarship and modern scientific paradigms, ensuring that the Quran's timeless wisdom remains relevant in the digital age. By combining traditional exegesis with computational tools, this framework offers a comprehensive and interdisciplinary approach to understanding the Quran's deeper meanings. Conclusion. The ontology development phase formalizes the insights gained from the numerical, linguistic, and symbolic analyses of the Muqatta'at into a structured framework. This Quranic ontology enables advanced applications such as semantic search engines and educational tools, making Quranic knowledge more accessible and meaningful in the digital age. By bridging tradition and modernity, this framework ensures that the Quran's timeless wisdom remains relevant and impactful. This chapter provides a detailed exploration of the ontology development process, offering a systematic approach to formalizing the Muqatta'at and their relationships to Quranic concepts. If you need further elaboration or additional details, feel free to ask. Applications of the Quranic ontology. The Quranic ontology developed in this book has a wide range of practical applications, making Quranic knowledge more accessible and meaningful in the digital age. This chapter explores the key applications of the ontology, including semantic search engines, educational tools, and interdisciplinary research. Semantic search engines. A semantic search engine enables users to retrieve Quranic verses based on meaning rather than keywords. By leveraging the Quranic ontology, the search engine can understand the context and relationships between concepts, providing more accurate and relevant results. How it works. The ontology maps Quranic concepts, for example, divine mercy, resurrection, to related Muqatta'at and verses. When a user enters a query, for example, divine mercy, the search engine retrieves verses associated with the relevant concepts. Example, query, divine mercy, results, verses associated with alif, lam, mim, LM, which symbolizes divine mercy, are retrieved. Benefits: enhances the user's ability to explore Quranic themes and concepts. Provides a more intuitive and meaningful search experience. Educational tools. The Quranic ontology can be used to develop interactive educational tools that facilitate self-guided learning and memorization of the Quran. Thematic exploration. Students can explore thematic connections between verses, gaining a deeper understanding of Quranic concepts. Example: a tool that links alif, lam, mim, LM to verses about divine guidance, mercy, and judgment. Memorization aids. Interactive tools can help students memorize the Quran by organizing verses into thematic groups. Example: a memorization app that groups verses associated with Yasin, wise, under the theme of resurrection. Quizzes and assessments. Educational tools can include quizzes and assessments to test students' understanding of Quranic concepts. Example: a quiz that asks students to identify the themes associated with hamim. Interdisciplinary research. The Quranic ontology bridges theology, linguistics, and computer science, enabling interdisciplinary research that explores new insights into Quranic studies. Computational linguistics. Researchers can analyze the linguistic features of the Quran, such as phonetics and semantics, using computational tools. Example: a study on the rhythmic patterns of the Muqatta'at in Quranic recitation. Artificial intelligence. The ontology can be integrated with AI models to enhance Quranic analysis and interpretation. Example: an AI-powered tool that generates thematic summaries of Quranic surahs based on the Muqatta'at. Comparative studies. Researchers can compare the Quranic ontology with ontologies from other religious or literary texts, uncovering similarities and differences. Example: a comparative study of the symbolic meanings of letter combinations in the Quran and the Bible. Bridging tradition and modernity. The Quranic ontology ensures that the Quran's timeless wisdom remains relevant in the digital age by bridging traditional Islamic scholarship with modern scientific paradigms. This integration offers a comprehensive and interdisciplinary approach to understanding the Quran's deeper meanings. Conclusion: the Quranic ontology has a wide range of practical applications, from semantic search engines and educational tools to interdisciplinary research. By leveraging the ontology, we can make Quranic knowledge more accessible and meaningful, ensuring that the Quran's timeless wisdom remains relevant and impactful in the digital age. This chapter highlights the potential of the Quranic ontology to transform the way we study and engage with the Quran, offering new opportunities for exploration and discovery. This chapter provides a detailed exploration of the applications of the Quranic ontology, offering a systematic approach to leveraging the ontology for practical and scholarly purposes. If you need further elaboration or additional details, feel free to ask. Challenges and future directions. While the structured framework for analyzing the Muqatta'at and the development of the Quranic ontology offer significant advancements in Quranic studies, there are several challenges that need to be addressed. This chapter explores these challenges and outlines future directions for research and development in this field. Challenges: linguistic complexity. The Quran's rich and multi-layered meanings require sophisticated computational models to accurately capture its depth. Example: the use of metaphors, allegories, and polysemous words in the Quran poses challenges for automated analysis. Resource limitations. The lack of comprehensive resources for Arabic computational linguistics hinders the development of robust systems. Example: limited availability of annotated Quranic texts and linguistic datasets. Preservation of meaning. Ensuring that automated systems do not alter the Quran's intended meaning is a critical concern. Example: the risk of misinterpretation or oversimplification of Quranic concepts in computational models. Interdisciplinary collaboration. Bridging the gap between traditional Islamic scholarship and modern computational methods requires effective collaboration between scholars from different disciplines. Example: the need for theologians, linguists, and computer scientists to work together on Quranic research projects. Future directions: expanding computational resources, develop more accurate models, and expand Arabic language resources to enhance Quranic analysis. Example: creating annotated Quranic texts and linguistic datasets for computational research. Interdisciplinary collaboration. Foster collaboration between computational linguists and Islamic scholars to ensure a balanced approach to Quranic studies. Example: establishing interdisciplinary research centers focused on Quranic studies. Integration with AI. Explore the use of artificial intelligence and machine learning to enhance Quranic analysis and interpretation. Example: developing AI-powered tools for semantic search, thematic analysis, and educational applications. Comparative studies. Conduct comparative studies of the Quranic ontology with ontologies from other religious or literary texts, uncovering similarities and differences. Example: a comparative study of the symbolic meanings of letter combinations in the Quran and the Bible. Educational outreach. Develop educational programs and tools that leverage the Quranic ontology to make Quranic knowledge more accessible to a wider audience. Example: online courses and interactive apps for Quranic studies. Preservation and accessibility. Ensure that the Quranic ontology and related tools are accessible to scholars, researchers, and the general public. Example: creating open access platforms for Quranic research and education. Conclusion: the challenges and future directions outlined in this chapter highlight the need for continued research and development in the field of Quranic studies. By addressing these challenges and exploring new avenues for innovation, we can ensure that the Quran's timeless wisdom remains relevant and impactful in the digital age. The structured framework and Quranic ontology presented in this book provide a foundation for future advancements, paving the way for new discoveries and insights into the Quran's deeper meanings. This chapter provides a detailed exploration of the challenges and future directions in Quranic studies, offering a systematic approach to advancing research and development in this field. If you need further elaboration or additional details, feel free to ask. Conclusion: the Muqatta'at, the disjointed letters that appear at the beginning of 29 surahs in the Quran, have long been a subject of intrigue and debate among scholars. Their mysterious nature and profound significance invite us to explore the Quran's deeper meanings through a structured framework that combines numerical, linguistic, and symbolic methodologies. This book, Decoding the Muqatta'at, a structured framework for understanding the Quran's deeper meanings through numerical, linguistic, and symbolic analysis, represents a significant step forward in Quranic studies, bridging traditional Islamic scholarship with modern scientific and computational paradigms. Summary of key contributions structured framework. The book introduces a structured framework for analyzing the Muqatta'at, integrating numerical, linguistic, and symbolic methodologies to uncover their deeper meanings. Numerical analysis. By calculating the gematria values and digital roots of the Muqatta'at, we uncover hidden patterns and symmetries in the Quranic text. Linguistic analysis. The phonetic and semantic features of the Muqatta'at are explored, revealing their role in enhancing the Quran's oral and literary excellence. Symbolic analysis. The theological and mystical meanings of the Muqatta'at are interpreted, offering deeper insights into their spiritual significance. Ontology development. The insights gained from the analyses are formalized into a Quranic ontology, enabling advanced semantic reasoning and knowledge extraction. Practical applications. The Quranic ontology supports semantic search engines, educational tools, and interdisciplinary research, making Quranic knowledge more accessible and meaningful, bridging tradition and modernity. The structured framework and Quranic ontology presented in this book bridge the gap between traditional Islamic scholarship and modern scientific paradigms. By combining traditional exegesis with computational tools, this framework ensures that the Quran's timeless wisdom remains relevant and impactful in the digital age. It offers a comprehensive and interdisciplinary approach to understanding the Quran's deeper meanings, inviting readers to engage with its teachings in new and innovative ways called to action. This book is a call to scholars, researchers, and curious readers to explore the Quran's deeper meanings through the lens of the Muqatta'at. It invites us to embrace interdisciplinary approaches, combine traditional scholarship with modern computational tools to uncover new insights into the Quran, foster collaboration, work together across disciplines to advance Quranic studies and ensure its relevance in the digital age. Engage with the Quran. Use the structured framework and Quranic ontology to deepen your understanding of the Quran's timeless wisdom. Final thoughts. The Muqatta'at are more than just letter combinations. They are a gateway to understanding the Quran's profound wisdom. By decoding their meanings, we gain insights into the Quran's divine design, its linguistic beauty, and its timeless relevance. This book is a testament to the Quran's enduring significance and a call to explore its teachings with curiosity, reverence, and innovation. This concluding chapter summarizes the key contributions of the book, highlights its significance in bridging tradition and modernity, and issues a call to action for further exploration and engagement with the Quran. The Quranic Axiomatic system refers to a structured, logical, and systematic approach to understanding and interpreting the Quran, often drawing on principles of formal logic, ontology, and computational linguistics. This system aims to extract structured knowledge, establish relationships between concepts, and create a framework for understanding the Quran's meanings and themes. Below is an exploration of what, why, and how the Quranic Axiomatic system works, supported by Quranic verses and justifications. What is the Quranic Axiomatic system? The Quranic Axiomatic system is a methodological framework that applies logical reasoning, ontology, and computational analysis to the Quranic text. It seeks to define key concepts, identify and categorize Quranic concepts, for example, justice, mercy, faith, and their relationships. Establish logical relationships. Use predicate logic to map relationships between concepts, such as Satan is a jinn or Allah is the creator. Create structured knowledge. Develop ontologies that represent Quranic knowledge in a machine-readable format, enabling advanced semantic analysis and reasoning. Why is the Quranic axiomatic system important? Preservation of meaning. The Quran is a complex text with multi-layered meanings. An axiomatic system ensures that interpretations remain consistent and faithful to the original text, facilitating modern understanding. By using computational tools, the system makes Quranic knowledge accessible to modern audiences, including researchers, educators, and students. Supporting interdisciplinary research, the system bridges theology, linguistics, and computer science, enabling new insights into Quranic studies. How does the Quranic axiomatic system work? Ontology, development, concept. Identification, key Quranic concepts, for example, Allah, Quran, Night of Decree, are identified and defined. Semantic relationships, relationships between concepts, are established using predicate logic. For example, Satan is a jinn is represented as a set membership relation. Named entity tagging. Names of people, places, and events mentioned in the Quran are linked to their corresponding concepts in the ontology. Logical reasoning. Analogical reasoning. Qiyas. The Quranic text often uses analogies to explain complex ideas. For example, the Quran compares fulfilling a vow to paying off a debt, emphasizing the importance of fulfilling obligations. Consensus, Ijma. The system incorporates the principle of consensus among scholars, which is considered a form of axiomatic proof in Islamic jurisprudence. Computational analysis, morphological annotation. Each word in the Quran is analyzed for its grammatical structure, syntax, and morphology. This helps resolve pronouns and clarify meanings. For example, in Surah Al-Qadr 97:1, the pronoun we is resolved to refer to Allah. Dependency tree banks. The Quranic text is mapped into a syntactic tree bank representing the linguistic structure of verses using mathematical graph theory, Quranic verses and justifications, ontological relationships. Surah Al-Baqarah 2:255. Allah, there is no deity except Him, the ever-living, the sustainer of existence. This verse establishes Allah as the central concept in the Quranic ontology, with attributes like ever-living and sustainer defining His nature. Surah Al-Jinn 72:1. Say, "It has been revealed to me that a group of jinn listened." This verse links the concept of jinn to the broader category of sentient beings, as represented in the Quranic ontology. Logical reasoning. Surah Al-Baqarah 2:286. Allah does not burden a soul beyond that it can bear. This verse uses logical reasoning to emphasize divine justice, a key concept in the Quranic axiomatic system. Surah An-Nisa 4:115. And whoever contradicts and opposes the messenger after guidance has become clear to him will have a great punishment. This verse supports the principle of consensus, Ijma, by emphasizing the importance of following the collective understanding of the Muslim community. Computational analysis, Surah Al-Qadr 97:1. Indeed, we sent the Quran down during the night of decree. The pronoun we is resolved to refer to Allah through morphological annotation, demonstrating the system's ability to clarify ambiguous references. Conclusion. The Quranic axiomatic system is a powerful tool for understanding and interpreting the Quran in a structured and logical manner. By combining ontology, logical reasoning, and computational analysis, this system preserves the Quran's meanings, facilitates modern understanding, and supports interdisciplinary research. Quranic verses and principles like consensus, Ijma, and analogy, Qiyas, provide a strong foundation for this approach, ensuring its relevance and accuracy. For further exploration, refer to the cited sources for detailed insights.
The concept of Quranic digital roots, axiomatic systems, and their connection to Muqatta'at, the disjointed letters in the Quran, represents a fascinating intersection of mathematics, theology, and computational linguistics. This framework bridges classical Newtonian physics, quantum mechanics, and Islamic theology, offering a structured approach to understanding the Quran's deeper meanings. Below is a detailed exploration of this topic. Quranic digital roots and axiomatic systems. The digital root of a number is the recursive sum of its digits until a single-digit number is obtained. For example, the digital root of 45 is 9. 4 plus 5 is 9. In the context of the Quran, digital roots have been used to explore numerical patterns and symmetries within the text, often linked to the Muqatta'at, disjointed letters, that appear at the beginning of 29 surahs. Axiomatic framework. An axiomatic system formalizes knowledge using a set of axioms and logical rules. In Quranic studies, this approach has been applied to create structured ontologies and computational models that analyze the Quran's linguistic and thematic content. Muqatta'at as axiomatic elements. The disjointed letters, e.g., alif lam mim, ha mim, are often interpreted as symbolic or axiomatic elements that introduce key themes or concepts in their respective surahs. Their meanings remain debated, but they are central to the Quran's structural and numerical coherence. From Newtonian to quantum frameworks. The transition from Newtonian physics to quantum mechanics provides a metaphorical lens for understanding the Quranic axiomatic system. Newtonian physics is deterministic, while quantum mechanics introduces probabilistic and observer-dependent phenomena. Similarly, the Quranic system balances divine predestination, qadar, with human free will, ikhtiyar, reflecting a nuanced interplay between determinism and choice. Newtonian determinism. In classical physics, the universe operates like a clockwork mechanism, with predictable cause and effect relationships. This aligns with the Quranic concept of divine decree, qadar, where Allah's knowledge encompasses all events. Quantum superposition. Quantum mechanics allows particles to exist in multiple states simultaneously until observed. This mirrors the Quranic view of human free will, where individuals choose from multiple potential paths, all known to Allah. Wave function. Collapse. The collapse of a quantum state into a single outcome parallels the Quranic idea of moral accountability, where human choices lead to definitive consequences in this life and the hereafter. Muqatta'at. Bridging mathematics and theology. The Muqatta'at are combinations of 1 to 5 Arabic letters that appear at the beginning of 29 surahs. Their significance is debated, but they are often interpreted as symbolic representations. Each letter may symbolize divine attributes or concepts. For example, alif lam mim could represent Allah's names or qualities. Numerological codes. Some scholars, like Rashad Khalifa, have explored numerical patterns in the Muqatta'at, linking them to the number 19 and other mathematical structures. Linguistic and semantic anchors. The letters may serve as thematic markers, introducing key ideas or rhetorical devices in their respective surahs. Computational and ontological approaches. Modern computational tools have enabled the development of Quranic ontologies and semantic search engines that analyze the Quran's structure and meaning. These systems use axiomatic principles to extract concepts, identify and categorize Quranic themes, such as justice, mercy, and faith. Map relationships. Establish logical connections between concepts, such as Allah is the creator or Satan is a jinn. Enable semantic search. Facilitate advanced querying of Quranic verses based on meaning rather than keywords. Integration of science and theology. The Quranic axiomatic system provides a framework for integrating scientific and theological perspectives. For example, quantum metaphors. Quantum principles like superposition and wave function collapse are used as metaphors to explain Quranic concepts such as free will, predestination, and moral accountability. Digital authentication. Computational methods ensure the integrity of digital Quranic texts, preserving their authenticity and preventing tampering. Interdisciplinary research. The Quranic system bridges fields like linguistics, computer science, and theology, offering new insights into the Quran's structure and meaning. Conclusion. The Quranic digital root and axiomatic system, from Newtonian to quantum frameworks, represent a profound synthesis of mathematics, science, and theology. By exploring the Muqatta'at and their numerical, linguistic, and symbolic significance, this framework offers a structured approach to understanding the Quran's deeper meanings. It also highlights the Quran's relevance to modern scientific and computational paradigms, bridging tradition and innovation in the study of Islamic texts. For further exploration, refer to the cited sources for detailed insights.
The Quranic axiomatic system refers to the structured, logical, and systematic approach to understanding and interpreting the Quran, often drawing on principles of formal logic, ontology, and computational linguistics. While the Quran itself is a religious text, its interpretation and analysis have evolved over centuries, incorporating methodologies that align with axiomatic reasoning. Below is a detailed exploration of its historical development, early foundations, oral tradition, and memorization. The Quran was initially preserved through oral tradition, with early Muslims memorizing its verses. This method of preservation relied on the community's collective memory, ensuring the text's accuracy and continuity. 111. The Quran's linguistic structure, with its rhythmic and poetic qualities, facilitated memorization and recitation, laying the groundwork for later systematic analysis, compilation, and canonization. After the death of Prophet Muhammad, the Quran was compiled into a written text under the caliphates of Abu Bakr and Uthman ibn Affan. This process involved verifying written fragments and oral recitations, ensuring a unified and authoritative version known as the Uthmanic Codex I. The canonization process was highly conservative, aiming to preserve the Quran's divine message without alteration. However, the discovery of early manuscripts like the Sunnah manuscript suggests minor textual variations, indicating an evolving understanding of the Quran's structure and content. Development of tafsir exegesis. The field of tafsir, Quranic exegesis, emerged to systematically interpret the Quran's verses. Early exegetes like Ibn Abbas and Muqatta'at ibn Sulaiman focused on linguistic, historical, and theological contexts, laying the foundation for structured interpretation. 25. By the 8th century, tafsir became a formal discipline, with scholars like al-Tabari compiling comprehensive commentaries that integrated hadith, prophetic traditions, and historical narratives. 5. Axiomatic approaches in classical scholarship. Classical scholars began to apply logical and systematic methods to Quranic interpretation. For example, Fakhr al-Din al-Razi, 12th century, used philosophical reasoning to analyze Quranic concepts, blending theology with logic. 5. The concept of abrogation, naskh, where later verses supersede earlier ones, required a systematic approach to understanding the Quran's chronological order and legislative intent. This principle is a key example of axiomatic reasoning in Quranic Studies 11, modern computational and ontological methods. In contemporary times, scholars have applied computational linguistics and ontology to analyze the Quran. Axiomatic ontology learning, OL, is one such method, using formal axioms to extract and represent Quranic knowledge in a structured format. 1. These modern approaches aim to create machine-readable ontologies, enabling advanced semantic analysis and question-answering systems for Quranic Studies 1. Challenges and debates. The Quran's linguistic complexity and multi-layered meanings pose challenges for axiomatic systems. Scholars must balance formal logic with the text's spiritual and contextual nuances. 5. Debates also exist about the Quran's historical context and its relationship with pre-Islamic traditions, which influence its interpretation and axiomatic modeling. 513. Conclusion. The history of the Quranic axiomatic system reflects the evolution of Islamic scholarship, from oral preservation and early exegesis to modern computational methods. This systematic approach has enabled a deeper understanding of the Quran's structure, meaning, and relevance across different historical and intellectual contexts. For further exploration, refer to the cited sources for detailed insights. The history of the Quran, the Holy Book of Islam, spans from its revelation to Prophet Muhammad 570–632 CE, to its compilation, transmission, and canonization. Below is a detailed overview of its historical development. Revelation of the Quran. The Quran was revealed to Prophet Muhammad over 23 years, beginning in 610 CE in Mecca and continuing until his death in 632 CE in Medina. The revelations were delivered through the angel Gabriel and were initially memorized by Muhammad and his companions 712. The Quranic text was revealed in fragments addressing specific events, questions, and challenges faced by the early Muslim community. This piecemeal revelation allowed for gradual guidance and adaptation to the community's needs. 612. Compilation of the Quran. During Muhammad's lifetime, the Quran was primarily preserved orally, though some verses were written on materials like palm leaves, parchment, and bones. Memorization was a key method of preservation due to the oral culture of 7th century Arabia 712. After Muhammad's death, the first caliph, Abu Bakr, initiated the compilation of the Quran into a single written text. This effort was led by Zayd ibn Thabit, who collected written fragments and cross-checked them with the memories of those who had memorized the Quran 712. The third caliph, Uthman ibn Affan, standardized the Quranic text around 650 CE to resolve discrepancies in recitation among expanding Muslim territories. This standardized version, known as the Uthmanic Codex, became the authoritative text of the Quran 712, canonization and transmission. The Uthmanic Codex established the Quran's canonical form, which has remained unchanged since the 7th century. This text comprises 114 chapters, surahs, arranged in a non-chronological order 712. The Quran's preservation is attributed to both written and oral traditions. Millions of Muslims have memorized the entire text, a practice that continues to this day. 7. Historical and academic perspectives. Western scholars have debated the Quran's historical development, with some suggesting textual evolution based on early manuscripts like the Sunnah manuscript, which contains palimpsests, layers of text. 7. Traditional Islamic scholarship maintains that the Quran has been preserved without alteration, as emphasized in Quranic verses like 15:9, which states, "We have sent down the Quran and we will surely preserve it." So 12. Chronological analysis. The Quran's chapters are classified as Meccan or Medinan based on the period of revelation. Meccan surahs focus on theological themes, while Medinan surahs address legal and social issues. 12. Understanding the chronological order of revelation is important for interpreting abrogated rulings, naskh, and appreciating the gradual process of Islamic legislation. 12. Influence on Islamic thought. The Quran has shaped Islamic theology, law, and culture. Its interpretation, tafsir, has evolved over centuries, influenced by historical, political, and intellectual context. 24. Modern scholars continue to explore the Quran's relevance to contemporary issues, emphasizing its ethical and moral teachings. Conclusion. The history of the Quran reflects its central role in Islam as a divine revelation preserved through oral and written traditions. Its compilation and canonization ensured its authenticity, while its interpretation continues to evolve, addressing the needs of Muslim communities across time and space. For further details, refer to the cited sources. The Quran is not just a book of scripture for Muslims, it is a guiding light, a source of wisdom, and a blueprint for life. The Quran offers a comprehensive guide that touches upon every aspect of human existence, from personal conduct to social justice, from spiritual growth to legal principles. At its heart lies a profound and intricate system of beliefs and values. These values are not just abstract concepts, but are meant to be lived and practiced in daily life. This system, often referred to as the Quranic Axiomatic system, serves as the foundation for Islamic law and ethics. It is a system that has been meticulously studied and interpreted by scholars over centuries. Understanding this system is key to grasping the depth and richness of Islamic thought. It requires not just reading the text, but engaging with it, reflecting on its meanings, and applying its teachings to contemporary issues. The Quranic Axiomatic system is built upon a set of fundamental principles. These principles are like the roots of a tree, providing stability and nourishment to the entire structure. These principles, derived directly from the Quran, act as axioms. They are the self-evident truths that form the basis for further reasoning and deduction. Axioms are self-evident truths that form the basis for further reasoning and deduction. They are the starting points from which a vast and intricate system of thought is developed. From these core principles, a comprehensive framework emerges, guiding Muslims in all aspects of life. This framework is not static, it evolves and adapts to new circumstances and challenges. This system is not meant to be rigid or inflexible, it is designed to be dynamic, allowing for interpretation and adaptation in different contexts and times. Rather, it provides a set of guiding principles that can be applied to a wide range of situations. These principles serve as a moral compass, helping believers navigate the complexities of life. The Quran itself emphasizes the importance of reason and reflection. It encourages believers to use their intellect to question and to seek deeper understanding. It encourages believers to ponder its verses, to seek knowledge, and to engage in thoughtful discourse. This process of reflection and discussion is essential for personal and communal growth. The Quranic Axiomatic system is a testament to the divine wisdom embedded within the Quran. It is a system that has been carefully preserved and transmitted through generations. It is a system that has stood the test of time, providing guidance and clarity to generations of Muslims. Its relevance and applicability have not diminished with the passage of time. As we delve deeper into its intricacies, we begin to appreciate the profound beauty and relevance of the Quranic message. The Quranic axiomatic system is not just a set of rules, it is a living tradition that continues to inspire and guide millions of people around the world. The Quran's message is universal, transcending time and place. It speaks to the human condition, offering insights and guidance that are as relevant today as they were centuries ago. The Quranic axiomatic system is a reflection of the divine wisdom that permeates the Quran. It is a system that invites us to explore, to question, and to grow in our understanding of the divine. As we continue to study and reflect on the Quran, we uncover new layers of meaning and insight. The Quranic axiomatic system is a testament to the depth and richness of the Quranic message. It is a system that has the power to transform lives, to inspire change, and to bring about a deeper understanding of the divine. The Quranic axiomatic system is a divine blueprint for a life of purpose, meaning, and fulfillment. As we embrace this divine blueprint, we embark on a journey of discovery, growth, and spiritual enlightenment. The Quranic axiomatic system is a gift, a source of guidance, and a beacon of light for all who seek to understand and live by its teachings. The Quranic axiomatic system forms the bedrock of Islamic jurisprudence, guiding Muslims towards a life aligned with divine will. This sacred text, revealed to the Prophet Muhammad over 23 years, is considered the ultimate source of guidance for Muslims around the world. It is not just a book of religious rituals, but a comprehensive manual for life, encompassing every aspect of human existence. It provides the framework for deriving rulings and understanding the principles behind them. The Quran's verses are meticulously studied by scholars who interpret its meanings to address contemporary issues. This process, known as tafsir, involves deep linguistic, historical, and contextual analysis to ensure that the divine message is accurately understood and applied. Two primary sources hold paramount importance in this system: the Quran and the Sunnah. While the Quran is the direct word of God, the Sunnah comprises the teachings and practices of the Prophet Muhammad, which serve as a living example of the Quranic principles in action. The Quran, considered the literal word of God, stands as the primary source of Islamic law. Its verses are not just read but memorized, recited, and reflected upon by millions of Muslims daily. The Quran's language, Arabic, is preserved in its original form, ensuring that its divine message remains unaltered through the ages. Its verses contain clear commandments, prohibitions, and principles that shape the Islamic way of life. These include guidelines on worship, morality, social justice, and personal conduct. The Quran addresses both the spiritual and temporal needs of humanity, offering solutions to life's challenges and promoting a balanced, harmonious existence. From matters of worship and social interactions to economic principles and legal rulings, the Quran provides comprehensive guidance. It outlines the rights and responsibilities of individuals, the importance of family and community, and the principles of justice and equity. The Quran's teachings promote a just society where the rights of all, including women, children, and minorities, are respected and upheld. Complementing the Quran is the Sunnah, the exemplary life of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. The Sunnah includes his sayings, actions, and approvals, which provide practical examples of how to live according to the Quranic teachings. The Prophet's life serves as a model for Muslims, demonstrating how to implement the divine guidance in everyday situations. The Prophet's actions, sayings, and tacit approvals serve as practical demonstrations of the Quran's teachings. The Hadith literature, which records the Sunnah, is meticulously authenticated and studied to ensure its accuracy. Scholars classify hadiths based on their reliability, providing a robust framework for understanding the Prophet's guidance. The Sunnah illuminates the Quran's principles, providing context and clarifying its application in various situations. It helps Muslims understand the deeper meanings of the Quranic verses and how to apply them in their lives. The Sunnah addresses aspects of life that the Quran may not explicitly cover, offering detailed guidance on issues ranging from personal hygiene to governance. Together, the Quran and Sunnah form the twin pillars of Islamic law. They are inseparable and complementary, with the Quran providing the foundational principles and the Sunnah offering practical implementation. This synergy ensures that Islamic law remains dynamic and relevant, capable of addressing the evolving needs of society. The Quran lays down the fundamental principles, while the Sunnah demonstrates their practical implementation. This dual approach ensures that the divine guidance is not just theoretical, but lived and experienced. It allows Muslims to navigate the complexities of life with a clear divine roadmap. Understanding these sources is essential for comprehending the derivation of Islamic rulings and appreciating the wisdom behind them. It requires dedicated study and reflection, guided by scholars who have devoted their lives to mastering these sacred texts. Through this understanding, Muslims can connect with their faith on a deeper level, finding inspiration and guidance in the timeless wisdom of the Quran and Sunnah. While the Quran and Sunnah provide the foundation for Islamic jurisprudence, they are not exhaustive in addressing every possible situation that may arise in the lives of Muslims. Islamic jurisprudence recognizes the need for flexibility and adaptation to address new situations that were not explicitly covered in these primary sources. This is where Ijma, the consensus of scholars, and Qiyas, analogical reasoning, come into play, serving as secondary sources of Islamic law. These tools allow scholars to extend the principles found in the Quran and Sunnah to new and unprecedented circumstances. Ijma refers to the consensus reached by qualified Islamic scholars on a particular matter. It is a collective agreement that reflects the unified voice of the scholarly community. When faced with issues not explicitly addressed in the Quran or Sunnah, scholars collectively analyze the existing principles and arrive at a consensus. This process involves rigorous debate, discussion, and examination of various perspectives to ensure that the consensus is well-founded and in harmony with Islamic teachings. This ensures that rulings remain consistent with the overall spirit of Islamic law, maintaining its integrity and relevance. The consensus reached through Ijma is considered binding and authoritative, providing a unified direction for the Muslim community. Qiyas, on the other hand, involves applying the principles derived from the Quran and Sunnah to new situations through analogical reasoning. It is a method of deducing legal rulings by drawing parallels between new cases and established precedents. By identifying underlying similarities between a new case and an existing ruling, scholars can extrapolate rulings for contemporary issues. This method allows for the extension of Islamic law to cover new and evolving circumstances, ensuring that it remains applicable and relevant. These secondary sources, Ijma and Qiyas, demonstrate the dynamism of Islamic law and its ability to address evolving challenges. They provide a framework for continuous interpretation and adaptation, allowing Islamic jurisprudence to respond to the changing needs of society. They ensure that Islamic jurisprudence remains relevant and applicable in a constantly changing world. By incorporating the collective wisdom of scholars and the principles of analogical reasoning, Islamic law can navigate the complexities of modern life while staying true to its foundational teachings. Understanding the Quranic axiomatic system requires delving into the intricacies of the Arabic language. The Quran, revealed in Arabic, employs a rich tapestry of linguistic nuances, metaphors, and literary devices. Appreciating these nuances is crucial for extracting the full depth of meaning from the text. For instance, a single Arabic word can have multiple meanings depending on the context. Understanding these subtle shades of meaning is essential for accurate interpretation. Similarly, the Quran often employs metaphors and allegories to convey profound concepts. Recognizing these literary devices allows us to unlock deeper layers of understanding, Moreover, the Quran's verses are interconnected, with themes and ideas recurring and developing throughout the text. Analyzing these connections helps us appreciate the coherence and unity of the Quranic message. By studying the language of the Quran, we gain a deeper appreciation for its beauty and wisdom.